Ariel Villegas asks, what was the estimated salary range and what should we expect moving forward? Have you gotten a raise? How has it been since you started? Are you still enjoying it? Have you switched over to in-office or are you still working remotely? Sorry for asking a lot of questions, but I'm genuinely curious. All the questions are welcome. Thank you for asking them, Ariel. So as far as salary range, it's a pretty broad range. A lot of it depends on how well you can sell yourself, because that's really what the job interviewing process is. It's all about selling yourself, selling your skills, showing your value to that company. It's all about value and what you can bring. For my situation, I came from architecture, and I worked in architecture for 12 years. So while I was starting in UX design new, I wasn't coming with zero experience, if that makes sense. I had many years of experience in a profession that is also a design profession. So I think if this is your situation, if you come from any sort of design field, you can sell yourself in that you're familiar with the design process, design thinking, you've been working in it for X years. In fact, because I come from this different area of design, I can bring a fresh perspective to the projects, to the company. Now, if you're transitioning from something that's not design, that's fine too. Every UX is so focused on experience. I feel like many different experiences, many different work backgrounds can offer something unique to the field. So the trick is really finding that and showing it off. So that doesn't answer the question. The salary range, UX is still a very hot market. Even though tech has cooled off a little bit in the past few months, there's still a lot of recruiters out there looking for people to fill at least contract roles, if not full-time roles. So I always ask what the budget is before starting a conversation with a recruiter, because everybody needs a certain amount to maintain their lifestyle. And while it may seem counterintuitive, because we're kind of, at least I was kind of taught, let's just go through the interview and then ask, start the negotiation process. There's no point in going through the interview if they're only budgeting half of what you need to sustain your lifestyle. So whenever I get a message, I always ask what the budget is. And it seems fairly consistently to be between about 50 or 55 to say 65 or even $70 per hour. Now, I don't know if the people reaching out to me are looking at my experience, and maybe that's a little high compared to the average because they know that I have many years of experience outside of UX, or if that's just the broad range. So if you extrapolate that out over a full year, the 55 to 70 ends up being roughly 110,000 to 140,000, very roughly per year. So pretty very well paying field. These also may be jobs based in New York, where I'm based. Obviously not right now. And New York tends to pay a little bit more than other cities in the US at least. Have I gotten a raise? I did get a little raise about halfway through, just because I knew where the market was, but also because I took a little bit less than what was agreed to, what I was looking for when I first accepted the job. So it was kind of part raise, part getting to where I wanted to be in the first place. How has it been? It's been really fun. I was so unsure about transitioning from architecture, a profession that I spent almost 12 years in. I worked very hard in. I studied to get my license, which is a whole nother story. 7 exams over the course of a couple years. And while I can still do architecture, I'm a professional licensed architect kind of forever, I really hesitated to transition because I thought, what if I don't like UX? What if I get into it? Then I've kind of left architecture. Will I be able to go back? So So similar to what I think about moving from one city to another, you can always go back, right? If you're having hesitation about leaving your field, you can always go back if you really don't like UX. But from a personal perspective, I'm very happy that I gave it a chance because I really enjoy it. I enjoy the remote aspect. I enjoy the flexibility. I worked today. I worked a half day yesterday, and it's I still get work done. I'm still very productive. But when you close the laptop, you have the potential to be on a beach somewhere or visiting friends or visiting family. You're not kind of bound to an office full time, which is very valuable to me. I switched over to in-office. So my job is technically in office 1 day per month. So it's 95% remote. In the 8 months that I've been with Verizon, we still haven't met, just due to ongoing concerns about COVID and spikes and whatnot. So I've never actually met my coworkers in person. I hope to one day. I'm quite a social person. While I enjoy the freedom of working remote, I would like to meet my coworkers, but haven't yet. And a lot of these jobs that I get messaged about on LinkedIn, most of them are at least hybrid, if not fully remote. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope this was useful. Let me know in the comments, again, what kind of format you like. Do you like the editing? Do you like the music? I think the last time I had like plants floating around me. Does that keep it interesting? Or do you prefer just hearing me talk about my experience and answering questions? Also, I don't like to say it a lot, but if you like the videos, subscribe. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I really want to thank everybody. I've got like 130 something subscribers, which it's great. But that's a really good indication of how helpful people are finding this information. So if you like it, hit subscribe, leave me a comment that you appreciate it, and I'll continue making this stuff for you. Okay, until next time, take care.